Hope Sarit knows she doesn't actually get to have the coffee she just made. Because it is 6:31.
Okay.
So... Uh-oh.
Fucked it up.
Cheers me. Cheers me with your water. Get your water. You don't get to have that.
Shit.
Good morning.
And happy Tuesday. I did. Whatever. Shit. It's like that double shot takes forever. It surely is my fault.
Oh, welcome to the show and thank you for joining us today. We are answering your questions.
Q&A day.
We are Q&A daying. So what happened this morning?
What happened?
Yeah.
My stretching took too long.
Or did you fall asleep during meditation?
Almost, maybe.
Hey, you know what? It happens, and I'm like laughing because I think it's funny, but at the same time, it's just really good for you guys to understand that we will practice what we preach, and everything that we teach you and everything that we suggest to you and any consequence that we would say will come as a response to something you did or didn't do is something that would happen to us as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is the power in this. I was like, shit. I got to turn it on because I don't want them to think I'm late. I'm sitting here. But yeah. Anyways, so.
And Lauren is right. That is the power of accountability.
Mm-hmm.
To be quite frank, I'm a little ashamed, but I'm a human and it is what it is. What matters is that you stick to your intentions.
Mm-hmm.
You stick to your intentions. Today, my morning, like I started my morning a little bit later because some things just took longer and it's fine. But it's not an excuse. So, take it towards your own life and ask yourself, like, sometimes when things happen that are outside of my control, I can just go ahead and blame them and say that I ate like shit this week because I was busy or because I had to travel. By the end of the day, it's all excuses. And I made excuses too, and that's why I was like, whatever. Point is, I do not deserve to drink my coffee while talking to you guys today. So that's why accountability is really important, and that's why being in a community is really important, because there's no way in hell that any of y'all, and the reason why I feel okay saying it is because I know that for myself too. If it wasn't for you guys right now, for the 43 people who are watching, I would have drank my coffee because I'm like, it's right here, why not? Mm-hmm. But because I'm being held accountable by almost 50 people, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to let you guys down. Mm-hmm. So even if you think that you know a lot of stuff, and if you're health conscious, you might know some things. Know that if you want to get better, what's holding you back is the fact that you're not being held publicly accountable while following a structured plan on a regular basis. That's what leads to results. You need to have an approach that you follow that holds you accountable on a daily basis. Because shit's gonna happen. Shit, you see it happening to me. Do you have some chapstick?
As you're saying this, I don't know. As you're saying this, you might be able to get something out of that. I'm thinking to myself too, we're all in this together. Mm-hmm. And to hold you and myself more accountable also. For one, even when you fall short, when you have a standard, you don't fall short as much. We're only 1 minute late. But because...
But you started it on time, right?
Yeah, but because there was a promise, the consequence needs to be followed through with. However, we used to do this at 6:45, 6:40. And, so the other thing that I was thinking about is I just put my coffee to the side. I just put my
Why?
coffee to the side because we're in this together. And when you win as a team, you also lose as a team.
Oh, shit.
And it's important to know because now what's going to happen is I'm bummed I don't get to have my coffee. You think Sarit's ever going to be late again if I'm going to have to set my coffee aside too? You think I'm ever going to be late if Sarit has to set her coffee aside also?
Now she's going to be moody all day. No, I'm kidding.
Cheers to the water team.
I got my hydros.
All right. Anyways.
All right, questions. Let's go.
So we got your questions today. This one I hesitated with because we like to keep questions that are specific to certain programs that we run to our admin at Improve You Nutrition email, because not everybody has these programs or is involved in these groups. So those questions are better there, but there was something that I thought about in regards to this one that is important for people to know. So we're going to read it. Jen Ford from Virginia. Thank you both, you and your team, for bringing all that you have to the table. Could you please explain or give an example of your food portioning by the hand? She purchased a program and she's in another program, but in the nutritional part, we have hand size measurements for our food portions. So she's wanting to know or have more clarification on that, it looks like. And the reason that I want to answer this question publicly, even though some people are not involved in these, is because some people think that when they pay $37 for a program, this is going to maybe sting some people, but I really hope it actually resolves some issues for you in your mind and gets you past yourself. Some people will purchase a $37 program and expect the world. Now, you get what you pay for, meaning the more invested you are in something financially, the more details you get. And when we do the hand size measurements, many of you have purchased the Badass Fit Body Nutrition Program. And several people will say, this is too simple. I can get this on Google, blah, blah, blah. This is too basic. I'm like, the reason you're stuck is because you don't have a good foundation. The reason that you're stuck is because you look at all the fancy, shiny objects and you don't get back to the fundamentals. The reason you are stuck is because you don't have a solid foundation, because you don't know how to do the basics well and consistently. That is why we start that way. And congratulations to everybody who says, I'm open-minded enough to give this a try.
The reason why you're stuck is because you expect shiny things, advanced, complicated things to be better, when the reality is that simplicity breeds results. Simplicity breeds an understanding. But again, when it comes to body transformation, nobody's problem is information. You can get information for free. Your problem with regards to your lack of success is due to lack of application. We keep it simple so that you'll be able to follow through. So that you have to focus on less numbers. Now, you expect it to be complicated, you're not gonna follow through. By the way, how we teach is how we live. Mm-hmm. So for anybody who says this doesn't work, it's because you're not open-minded to trying it and to build consistency within it. And I guarantee you that if that doesn't work for you, it's probably because you need more individualized help. Guaranteed. Because what's flawed is this. You have a false expectation. You are probably a perfectionist. You don't take ownership. information is not your problem. Your lack of application consistently, or your inconsistent, or I don't know what I'm saying, but your lack of consistency is what's gone you to where you are today.
Yeah, and I want to be 100% clear. This is not directed at Jen, who asked the question. This is directed at the people who think that basic information or basic solutions don't get you anywhere in this like weight loss and fitness and health industry, because everybody's looking for the detailed, like shiny object. No, Jen, sorry. I just realized, I was like, oh my God, I hope that she doesn't feel like, no, this is not to you. This is to the people who say, this is to close-minded people. I think that's the blanket statement. Is if you're stuck, which Jen is not, like Jen, you've immersed yourself in more than one program, it seems, and that's amazing.
I want to share with them a secret.
But I think that Jen actually doesn't need the answer to this question anymore, and she also has one-on-one access with Coach Lauren, so that's amazing.
Which is amazing. Yeah. And I want to share with you guys why information is not your issue, and it's application and accountability that is. Because guess what? For those who join the inner circle, they get hand size measurements too. And they're paying 20 times more than you did. But the reason why they're so successful is because of accountability and application. Information is not your freaking problem. We talked about it in the Inner Circle coaching call last night. Emily Wolf, and Emily, again, like I always say to you with love, because I look up to you, because Emily has a PhD in nutrition, in the sense that nobody has more nutritional information than this girl. And I told her, I'm like, girl, you can probably school me in information, but the reason why you came to me is because you were being held back from certain areas of your life that you weren't even aware of, that made you consistently self-sabotage yourself. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if you're not consistently applying the simple methodologies, you're always going to crash. I don't care if you have a PhD. I don't care if you have a master's. I don't care, whatever.
Again, that was not directed at any one individual.
No, and Jennifer Ford, I'm really happy that you're VIP with Raw Transformation. That's amazing.
You're actually doing really awesome.
And I want to ask Jennifer Ford a question, because she probably asked this a couple weeks ago before she's even started the transformation. Having access to Coach Lauren at all times, how impactful has that been? If you can drop a comment, because for one, I'd love to give Lauren a huge shout out, but for two, so that you can help us deliver the message that people's problem, especially for anybody who is health conscious. If you guys are watching this, you're all health conscious. I know that. You're probably getting fat-free coffee creamer, eating Quest bars.
Sugar-free.
I get it. I used to be that
chocolate.
person, but we need to make sure that we're in alignment and intentional.
Sugar-free, chocolate-covered almonds. I don't even know how that happens.
Yes.
But I used to get that shit. It's sugar-free.
Lower fat.
Wheat thins.
Oh my gosh, totally. Reduced fat.
Sodium.
Hummus.
Okay.
Unsweetened almond milk.
My favorite thing is fat-free licorice. Duh. All right, so
It's great having immediate access to someone who is knowledgeable and who cares about your success. Absolutely.
we pay for that shit all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Every month.
Some of you guys, you saw how much we paid for it this weekend.
All right, so this next question is actually really amazing.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it as it's written because it's funny, and I'm going to interpret the what's it called? The tonality in which I believe this is in. Okay. We have 70 people live. Wow.
69. Lucky
Hashtag
number 69.
12. Okay. Brittany White from Oklahoma said, I would love to hear a day in the life of Erin Sarit. Understandably, each day is different, but just a typical average breakdown, etc. Like 4 a.m., 4 a.m., stop. 4 a.m., wake up, run 15 miles. 4:30, by the way, if you could run 15 miles in 30 minutes, that's fucking amazing. 4:30 a.m., drink 4 raw eggs. 5 a.m., lift for 4 hours. 9 a.m., lunch and 1 celery stick, etc. Obviously, joining the community and watching and learning from these two. I don't think that's what they really do. I just imagined that that's what I would have to do in order to reach my fitness goals. And that if this has already been answered somewhere and I just haven't found it yet, I would love the link to the video. This is amazing. For one, a lot of people think that you have to do so much more physical activity than you actually have to do. And they think that you have to eat so much less than is really like legitimate in order to get to their goals, which is why sometimes when people get their platform or their the custom part of their nutrition for the Badass Fit Body program, they're like, this isn't enough. Who told you what enough is? We are the professionals, and you came to us for help. You got out your damn credit card and you put in the numbers and you came to us for help, and then you don't want to take it. It's like going to a personal trainer and a personal trainer tells you, I need you to do X, Y, Z, and you're like, no, I don't think that's going to work. I think something else is better. Why did you pay me?
Today you're going to do some hip flexor stretches. I want to go 1 rep max on deadlift.
I know. Like, if you're paying somebody, stop thinking that you know what is better. Anyways, this is amazing because no, you don't have to run 15 miles a day. No, you don't have to drink raw eggs like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Have you even ever run 15 miles?
No.
Neither have I.
I think it would take me 15 days to run 15 miles because I could commit to 15 days, 1 mile a day. So, the most I've ever run is 6 miles, I'll be honest, and I thought my legs were going to fall off. I hated the whole last 5.5 miles. But, a day in our life. Let's do it.
Yeah.
The morning is always the same.
Yeah.
Wake up, 4 a.m. Stretch. Now, you don't have to wake up 4 a.m., but this is a day in our life. And also, understand, we built up to this day in this life. We did not start here. So don't think that, oh, if I want to be like Erin Sarit, I have to wake up at 4 a.m. and drink a glass of lemon water and stretch and meditate and read and do all this shit.
And
you have to build up to things.
And to be honest, it's fun to just have a conversation with it. And maybe you can take some nuggets, but you shouldn't copy it because you don't know our goals.
Right.
Like our goals, I guarantee you, are very different than yours because we're on a mission to transform millions of lives. So our goals are very much related to the development of our business. Yes, we take care of our body because it's a vehicle, but we don't have weight to lose, nor do we care to lose any weight. And our body operates well. So we just do whatever it takes when it comes to our body to just keep the machine oiled up so that we can produce for everything else. So please know that, I think people have this expectation that because, like we have a lot of muscle, we're at the gym all day, but we go to the gym to record the burn zone and to do a quick workout and we're done. Like we got a whole world to change. For you, it's completely different because right now, maybe your main goal is to lose weight. Mm-hmm. And also like for us, these are habits. So like when it comes to like body care, like we have it like down, so we don't have to think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's second nature to us. And we the first thing I want to say before we even get into this is we preach progress, not perfection, even for ourselves. And sometimes that's difficult because everybody in this group, I believe, us included, is has high expectations and high standards for themselves. And that could be a double-edged sword, because you can be really hard on yourself, which is good because it drives you forward, which average people don't get to do because the standards aren't high and they're not hard on themselves. But what that also does is allows negativity to creep in to say, I didn't do enough. And so you have to balance that. Now, the other thing that I want to say is what I want you to take away from a day in our life is how we know exactly what we're doing and how consistent it is, because we're going to fire it off like it's no big deal. Every day is pretty much the same unless we're traveling or, of course, different meetings are different in different days. But the things that we do on a daily basis are routine. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean it has to be boring and like every single thing's the same every day, like eating chicken and broccoli and brown rice for every meal. Ugh. Okay.
We wake up at 4 a.m. Erin springs right up. I take a couple of minutes to snuggle Boogie, turn around. I really do.
The other day I fell back asleep.
What did
And you were like, the alarm didn't go off. And I was like, yeah, I did. I told her to shut up, and then I fell asleep.
I was probably in deep sleep.
But we wake up at 4.
We wake up at 4.
We stretch.
We stretch.
We pet Boogie. We kiss him.
Yeah, he stretches with us. He helps us.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying good morning to you guys. Yeah. And then, we brush our teeth, do all the hygiene stuff, put on our makeup, just kidding. No. And, get dressed, and you go downstairs, I meditate, and
I start making coffee and cleaning up whatever dishes were left over from the night before that we cleaned or whatever. Make coffee, we drink lemon water.
Drink lemon water, make coffee, and then
I'll make a protein shake and a X endurance focus for the workout that we will do later.
And then we do goal setting and gratitude. All of this, we're disconnected. We're intentionally disconnected from the world. This is our quiet thinking and just being time. And then we read. After that, we do our numbers, finances, check in how our just marketing system is working, so that we can see how we are on target with regards to what we're doing. And
then we start this.
Yeah, and then, we make a cup of coffee, and normally we drink it with you guys. Today we don't.
And lately we've been sprinting to the bathroom and to make our coffee so that we can be here on time.
Yeah. So we do this with you guys. And, of course, every day is different. Currently, we're finishing up the burn zone. We've got 3 more weeks of recording, but then we do a burn zone recording at 8 a.m. And then we do
let's go through, by this point, I will have had a protein shake.
I drink my protein shake during burn zone while we're doing it.
So we have the X Endurance. I mix mine. I do ground flaxseed with X Endurance collagen and greens and X Endurance lean protein. Mm-hmm. So I do that with half or mostly water, and then probably 8 ounces or so of almond milk. And then you do the X Endurance chocolate with water and almond milk, right?
Just almond milk.
Just almond milk? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we will record the burn zone workout. And then lately, I've been taking it easier on the fitness component. So I'll normally just push really hard in the burn zone, and then I won't do anything afterwards. Sometimes I'll do some extra accessory stuff, but nothing crazy. And then Sarit will do a lifting session and a Metcon.
Yeah. And we'll record at least one video. be it like an Instagram story or the ad. Like if you guys ever watch like my daily Instagram story stuff, I do it like right after the workout, just like, you know, something that I thought about while working out. I share it with you guys. And then I have a heavy meal. I get to the computer. Again, every day is different. It's either like we start getting on calls, be it like coaching calls with prospects, networking with guests on the show, whatever, or we have like developmental stuff, like some system things that we have to take care of. Like Erin does all the like technology, engineering stuff. I have a really heavy breakfast, and we're like nonstop.
Like we do work all day, pretty much. Like the whole middle of the day is either meetings with our team, success calls with new clients, working on the ads and getting them out to more people. We do, I try to catch up on Facebook pages. We work on merchandise stuff. Everything is kind of different and all over in regards to that. But then as far as your breakfast, tell them about like what you eat for breakfast.
Yeah, I eat 4 eggs, 3 egg whites, 1 whole egg, and I eat like my oatmeal thing. It's like yogurt, oatmeal, berries, and nuts. I really
likes to do bigger meals.
I like to do bigger meals less times because it helps me to think. Because when I have to digest in the middle of the day, I can't think. And for me, like that is the most important thing. So again, that's what I'm saying. Like you have to take everything with a grain of salt. If you're like, oh man, Sarit's body goals, like that doesn't mean that you need to start eating like me. I eat a certain way in order to help me operate with regards to where I have to do. Again, if you have the Badass Fit Body program, or if you're in the Raw Transformation, Ultimate Transformation Academy, or the Inner Circle, then you all have a prescription to follow. What matters is that by the end of the day, you have followed the prescription. It should be very simple. It is very simple. It's your consistency or lack of thereof.
Different things that we eat throughout the day. I'll tell you this. Like I eat more frequently than Sarit does, but I eat not as much at one time. We just find that whatever works best for us is what we do. So for me, I'll have either for the week we'll make ground chicken or ground turkey. We'll make chicken, either breasts or thighs on the grill. We'll sometimes grill like squash or zucchini to have throughout the whole week.
Brussels sprouts, just vegetable
cauliflower
medley.
rice.
Yeah.
We'll make all of these things. Sometimes tilapia. We'll have salmon.
Last night's salmon was so good.
Yeah, that was a massive salmon too. But those are the kind of things that we make to eat throughout the week.
Everything
Dinners.
is prepped. Like, because during the week, again, like you guys, we get into the office at 5 a.m. and last night I didn't get out until 7:45 p.m. But because my body is a top priority, I make sure to have everything ready for me so that I can be present. And that's why I tell everybody, like, don't ever tell me you're busy. If you tell me you're busy and that's why you're not taking care of your body, I'm like, you just haven't learned the skills. And that's okay, and I can teach you how to. But you guys should never say that you're not taking care of your body because you're busy. That's just a poor excuse. And it just means probably that you don't know, and you don't know what you don't know, and that's why you need help.
If you don't take care of your body, you have less time in your life.
Yeah. If you don't take care of your body, everything else will get jeopardized.
You die slowly.
You die slowly. You're less effective at work. You're less effective being a parent.
Or you die faster.
Well, now if you're
I would say killing yourself slowly.
Yeah, definitely.
Dying faster.
Yeah.
That sounds harsh, but that is the most blunt way to say when you don't take care of your body. Not having time to take care of your body is the worst.
So you know, we have our appointments, and after we're done with all of that and with our targets for the day, we have our daily targets. which we plan in advance. We go into the day knowing what we're going to do and how long it's going to take us. This is what you need to pay attention to, because this is the goal here.
Mine is more loose than that, because the things that I do, my department, sometimes I don't know how long it's going to take to do things.
But after we're done with all of that, then we do our closing stuff, where we check in with our targets, we set things up for the next day, we write our goals down once again, and then we close off, disconnect, and get ready for the next day. Make dinner. We have a massive salad that's so delicious. I can never get enough of it.
Okay, let's tell them what's in our salad.
Okay.
Last night we had salmon and salad, and this salad we will put romaine, and we will put also
some kind of vegetable mix.
Some kind of like salad mix, like the pre ones that come and they have like the dressing and stuff packaged like in with the greens.
But we don't use those.
We literally will just toss it out.
We only eat the veggies, so we have two mixes of greens, and then for the other vegetables we have cucumbers, peppers, onions, some kind of fruit, and normally apple and pistachios. We dress it with extra virgin olive oil, lemon juice, and Himalayan salt. Mix it all together, so good, in a bowl this big. And
it's bigger than that. Is it bigger than that? No, it's about that big. But it's like this deep.
No, it's not.
The bowl, the salad pyramid goes to here.
Yeah, but you said it's this deep. Like, that is extreme.
It doesn't matter how deep. It's a big fucking bowl.
It is a big bowl.
Big fucking bowl. Say it. It's a big
fucking bowl. Look, we eat a lot, but we eat a lot of nutrient-dense food.
Whenever somebody new sees our salad, actually, they say, "Are you guys going to eat all of that?"
Yeah.
And we're like,
easy.
You wouldn't. It's amazing. Yeah. Vitamins. We forgot. We take vitamins I do every morning, every night. Sarit does them every morning.
Yeah, we do the immune boost, joint support, extreme endurance. Omegas. Yeah. I drink 2 of these. I have them set up here. I bring them to my office, because if you fail to plan to fail. If I don't have my bottles ready and set up for me, because I'm a princess. It took me like 5 years of failure to realize that shit. If it's not in front of me and if it's not already like prepped, I'm not gonna fill it up, and I'm not gonna drink it. So
Lauren sang a song via text, so I must do justice. Deep and wide, something flowing deep and wide.
Did you guys learn that? I
feel like that was a youth group kind of church song. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You and Lauren are like the best brothers.
She's my brother. It's amazing.
I love it. And, after that, we talk a little bit. We have snuggle time with Mr. Boogie. We all get in a fort and we go to bed. And the cycle continues. We are consistent, you guys. It doesn't matter weekdays, weekends. We are consistent. And you need to be consistent too. Take everything that we do with a grain of salt and apply it to your own life. Just make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, be consistent. If you can't be consistent with it, then guess what? You're either misaligned or it's not working well for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Vacation Bible school, I totally did that. My favorite part was just the games. I wanted to fucking beat everyone. I had to run around a circle and do some weird stuff. Anyways. Okay, that was an amazing question.
Yeah, thanks, Brittany White.
Yes. Okay, so next up. Wow. All right. Patricia from Illinois asked, how to start and stay focused?
Patricia, this is what I will consider an environment problem.
Hold on. Start what?
Well, I guess weight loss and fitness journey.
How to start, related to nutrition, lifestyle, how to start. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve?
Yes.
You can't start moving anywhere until you know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the very first thing.
Yeah, you need clarity. You need to know what you want. And I can only help but to imagine that if you're using the two words stay focused, you lack motivation. Here's the thing about motivation. You become motivated by being consistent, but you can never be consistent if you're in the wrong environment. It's hard to do the right thing in the wrong environment. So I can help but to assume that you probably want to lose weight. You're not clear about what your real goal is, so you're not really sure what to work towards. You probably don't have the support system, which I'm so happy and grateful that you are in this community. I would recommend that you start by investing in one of our programs, even if it's like a smaller one, so that you can have some sort of structure. When you don't know what to do, we talked about it in Inner Circle last night. When you don't know what to do, you end up making the decision of not making any decision.
You not do.
So you need some form of structure. Now, we don't really know what you want. So it could be nutrition, it could be training, but I can only help but to assume that you probably are looking for both. But depending on how serious you are about yourself, you can either get just like the Badass Fit Body program and the Burn Zone. And then
if you're really stuck and you don't even know where to start, I would say that you need
the Inner Circle,
a deeper program. Yeah, but
it sounds like she probably does, but I don't even know what she wants.
So
but that's what makes me think that she needs more help, because there's no specificity here.
I have 4 steps for you, Miss Patricia. Number 1, write your goal and why you want it. Not, I want to lose weight because I have weight to lose. The more detailed you can get, the better. Write your goal, where you want to go, what exactly it looks like, how many pounds it is, or what kind of shape it is, or what muscles you can see, or write it all down. And when do you want to achieve it by? And why do you want to achieve that? What kind of satisfaction, how does it change your life when you achieve that goal? That's number 1. Number 2 is, what are the problems standing in your way of achieving that goal? What is holding you back from getting there? Number 3 is, pick the lowest hanging fruit. Pick the easiest one thing to change. And number 4 is, change that one thing. Commit to changing that one thing and be consistent doing that for a minimum of 2 weeks.
One thing.
Don't go from not working out at all to saying you're going to work out 5 times a week, plus never meal prepping to say you're going to prep every single meal for the week, plus just pick one thing, make it realistic, grab that lowest hanging fruit, and commit to being consistent for a minimum of 2 weeks before you even consider adding something else or picking the next lowest hanging fruit. Those are the 4 steps I would give you.
Yeah.
Anything to add? I love that question, actually.
It sounds like I really want to help her, to be honest. It sounds like she needs a lot of help.
Jerry or Crystal, can one of y'all reach out to Patricia Rojas?
Yeah. I really want to help her.
All right, I think maybe one more question. Okay. We'll see. Christina from Missouri.
DeSoto, Missouri.
I struggle a lot with meal prepping. I get all confused on what counts as fat versus protein. That's fair. I am pretty simple when it comes to food. I cook for my family, but I don't mind keeping it simple for me. I'm just not a huge breakfast person, nor am I an everyday smoothie kind of person. LOL. Do you have any suggestions that could make this process easier? Any ideas for an easy breakfast, lunch, the snack too? I sat and was making meals out for like 3 hours and then started to confuse myself. I almost had that mindset that it is too much, but I want this bad. Maybe I'm making it harder than it needs to be. That's exactly what I was thinking. Any advice is appreciated.
Easy. Okay, so you guys, it's literally like...
First of all, this is like paralysis by overanalysis.
Yes, absolutely. And so it's like building a pyramid. You have to get the blocks together. You have to put them one on top of the other, and I mean next to one another, and then on top of the other. And you're gonna build on it through experience. And I was talking to Emily Wolf, who's in the inner circle, about it yesterday. But basically, what you want to do is you need to know how much food your body requires. So, like for example, the Badass Fit Body Program, it tells you that in a span of a day, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. So when you get the protocol, it also gives you already like a broken down suggestion of this is what meal 1 would require, meal 2, meal 3, and a snack. However, you can change it around based off of your preference. We didn't say that you can do that. However, by the end of the day, just make sure that, you hit your numbers. So for example, for your breakfast, right? What you'd want to do is you want to make sure that you have like a protein, a carb, and a fat. So what kind of breakfast carb do you like? That's obviously better for you. Mm-hmm. You can find that in the food quality guideline. Mm-hmm. Pick one of them, make it. And then a protein. What kind of better protein do you like to have for breakfast? Pick that. And then the same thing goes to fat. And then you can create a meal with it. And then same thing for lunch, the same thing for dinner. Mm-hmm. I would say start by making one breakfast, one lunch, one dinner. Don't start with a lot of things because that will even get more overwhelming. See how you like eating it. And then just keep on and then the next week, maybe figure out okay, I'm going to do 3 different meals. And then over time you can mix and match and say, okay, this is what I like for breakfast. This is what I like for lunch. This is what I like for dinner. And again, I'm telling you this from my own personal experience. So you might have a different suggestion, but I'm breaking it down into blocked segments. So step 1, how much does your body require? Step 2, what sources of food are you going to get in order to fulfill these blocks? Step 3, make it one example for each meal to not overwhelm yourself. Eat it. And over time, build up on your meal prep experience and how your body is responding to it. And within a couple of weeks, you would probably have an idea of what works for you. With regards to, yes, my palate likes it. Yes, as far as time, it's not too long. You need to expose yourself to the journey of experiencing things in order to gain an understanding. And that's why we tell you guys that don't expect this to happen in a day.
It takes time. It takes time to get the hang of. So that's why also we say progress, not perfection. Mm-hmm. Perfection is a made up thing. Getting better is getting better.
Yeah.
That's it. So with this, first thing I want to say is that nuts are not considered a protein. I don't care if you're vegan. Nuts are a fat. Straight up.
Nuts are a fat.
They have good quality protein in them, but in very low quantities.
Yes.
Very low quantities. So, it drives me crazy when people are like, I'm getting my protein in, and they're shoveling nuts into
that's why you need help.
Hold on. Then they're shoveling nuts into their mouth. I'm like, ooh, girl. I mean, then you think about it. Fat is the most calorically dense
macronutrient.
food.
Yeah.
Right? Macronutrient at 9 calories per gram. Now, that's the last thing I'm going to say about calories because I fucking hate that word anyways. it like, I think I have PTSD with like counting calories, so I hate that word. But the main thing to understand is that there are a lot of foods that have multiple different macronutrients. And so sometimes it is hard to say, oh my gosh, what does this count as? Because eggs have protein and fat. What does this count as? And it's not quite equal, so it's a little less fat than a protein, but it's like, then you start to analyze, like overanalyze all of these details that really don't matter right now. And what matters is eating real food, not too much, and mostly plants.
Yep.
Period. You want it to be balanced though. So you want to try to do your best to balance the ratios of proteins, of carbs, of fats, mostly veggies. So no, cucumbers don't count as a carb if you're counting via our system. No, tomatoes don't count as a carb.
Yeah, those are veggies.
Anyways, so, do your best to eat real food, not too much, mostly plants, and balance the number of macronutrients that you're getting throughout the day with the quantity that we set for you.
My suggestion to anybody who, if you're really serious about getting to your goals and getting to them faster, this word called faster, what you really need to do is it's not necessarily doing more. When people are like, okay, I want to lose weight faster. Like, I'm going to go work out 7 days a week and I'm going to make sure that I eat clean all the time, and then you stop after 14 days because you haven't built up that tolerance. What you need to do is you need to immerse yourself with us. If you're really serious, I recommend that you invest in our highest valued program. The more you pay, the closer attention we give you. We want to help you. Now, if you're like, you know what, I'm really serious, but right now I don't have a job, whatever, then start by listening to our show every day. Make that a priority. Be in our environment. Do whatever you can in order to immerse yourself in our presence. I'm not saying that by being around me, you're going to lose weight, but you're going to challenge your thinking to get the body that you want, if you really want it. Most people don't really want it. But if you're watching this show, then you're investing your time in it. Chances are that you're on the uprise or you want to be on the uprise. Challenge yourself to think like we do. Like you guys saw when we told you what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. No, we do not run 15 miles. In fact, neither of us has ever run 15 miles.
You haven't?
No, I ran a half marathon. That's 13.1. We don't work out
Fast leads to crash.
Fast leads to crash. Consistent leads to gained momentum. It's a game of momentum. It's about what you can do today in order to allow you to be better tomorrow. You need to follow the step by step. Yeah, like Crystal said, binge watch us on YouTube, listen to our podcast.
I had a good thought and I forgot it.
Oh.
It was something about
be engaged in the Facebook group. Encourage other people on the Facebook group. Like Jeanette, for example, man. Jeanette has been so successful simply because she puts herself out there. Because when you put yourself out there, and a lot of you guys are like, oh, I don't want to be a burden, or oh, I'm an introvert. Get over that. Again, it all goes back to this. If you're not putting yourself out there, then you're not going to be held to account publicly. If you knew that the 6,500 people in our Facebook group are holding you accountable, are you going to show up when you don't feel like it? More likely, is it going to be uncomfortable? Yeah, but we talked about it yesterday. Don't expect this to be comfortable. You're probably going to notice that, you know, you like the people in the Facebook group probably more than you like most of the people that you've been surrounding yourself with. And that's okay. You need to reach up to this community. It's a painful, beautiful process that will completely transform your life if you do it right. So you need to surrender to the process instead of resisting it. Because when you do, I guarantee you that it will change your life. This process has completely changed my life, and it keeps on changing my life on a daily basis. And I want that for each and every one of you. But you have to be willing to put yourself out there. Whether it's putting yourself out there on a Facebook group or putting yourself out there by saying, Erin and Sarit, I want direct help from you. Then put yourself out there in front of us. But if you don't put yourself out there, you're going to stay in your comfort zone. And that is your problem. It's not about, oh, like, how many of what should I have for breakfast? It's like, no, what are you doing on your day-to-day basis that's uncomfortable that you need to be doing even when you don't feel like it? That's when the change happens.
Yeah. If you have been struggling for a while and you need help, the amount of help that you get for free with us in this community is insane. Mm-hmm. If you need one-on-one help because you have struggled for a really long time and you're really good at getting inside your own head and getting in your own way and self-sabotaging, you need to be in one of our programs.
Yeah.
You need to be in one of our programs. You need the Ultimate Transformation Academy, or you need to be in the Inner Circle. Mm-hmm. Reach out to Crystal Catalina or Jerry Bergman.
Yeah.
And ask, can I know more about this? How can I know more about these things? What can they do for me? Like, the amount of success that people have in these programs fucking blows my mind.
Yeah.
Blows my mind. In this industry, in the weight loss industry, and the fitness and health industry, the percentage of people that have long-term success is like 1 to 2, I would say. Mm-hmm. From the percentage of people that try and the percentage of people that actually reach their goals and sustain them is like 1 to maybe 2%. In our inner circle, the success rate in that program is like 90%. 90. And yeah, it's a financial commitment. But what is it costing you to not have help? Like, what is it costing you to keep running around in circles and do it on your own? Or not do it, actually, but try to do it. So, you know, if this is something that you struggle with, reach out to Jerry Bergman or Crystal Catalina and ask them, like, where can I start? How can I do this?
Yeah.
From the bottom of our hearts, like, we're going to change so many lives. Our biggest battle is getting people to trust that we have the truth. Because anybody can say our program's the best. Yay. We get so many good results.
If you're in any of our direct programs, can you, and you know that shit works and it has already transformed you, can you just like drop a heart? Because so many people need the help, but we can only help the ones who have proven to us that they're willing to do what it takes. Because guess what? If you're not willing to drop a couple $100 and I'm going to get you outside of your comfort zone, you're always going to tell me no. You're going to go hiding. And you're worth it. A lot of people really just don't believe that they're worth it, and it breaks my heart. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So grateful for you guys. But like, this shit works. Like, our point is not to brag. Our point is to prove to you that if we can do it, you can too. But you have to, a lot of you guys, you had to trust us before you trusted yourself.
I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for trusting us. whether it's free information or in our most high paid program. Thank you for trusting us.
Yeah.
That is the most difficult part. And also, thank you for trusting us when you maybe don't even trust yourself. Because how many people don't invest in a program that they really truly believe in their hearts? If you've watched any of our espressos, if you've engaged in this community at all, you know within a week that we are different than everybody else. And if you're scared to invest, most likely it's because you don't trust yourself. You've invested in so many programs already that you don't want to invest more to lose it. Mm-hmm. But you have to trust that we have your back. Because we've been where you are. And we've come out of it, and we've helped thousands of other people come out of it. Mm-hmm. So for all of you who have invested in a program, you guys, thank you so much for trusting us. That is the hardest part. That is absolutely, in this industry, the most difficult part. It's like somebody in the business industry saying, make $1 million in a year.
Gosh.
And then people are like, yeah, I want to do it. And then they fail. And then and then they're disappointed in themselves. You stop believing in yourselves. It's not you that's the problem. Always. It's that you haven't had the right coaching. So, anyways, this was not supposed to be an entire sign up for a program call. But really, truly, if you need help, you need to be in one of our programs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, the more money you invest, the more likely you are to succeed. That sounds weird to say, because we're not here to just take dollars, but we will earn them. We will earn them.
Yeah.
If you've invested them, you get.
Most people who join
for.
the inner circle, before their first 12 weeks are up, they're like, I'm ready to recommit for 6 months. You guys know that the value is, what is it, invaluable or priceless?
The program is invaluable.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, we love you guys, and we trust, we appreciate you believing in us, and we also appreciate you sometimes believing in us before you believe in yourself. We know what it feels like. Seriously, trust me when I say this. If I can, so can you, because you guys saw my video 2 or 3 weeks ago. I struggled for such a long time, and I also saw indirectly, one of the worst consequences that can happen when you don't take care of yourself right. I wanted to take care of myself right, but for over a decade, I used to sabotage myself because I didn't have the right tools and support. And it doesn't matter what I tried. I just kept on getting knocked down every single time. But because I'm a relentless person, I kept on getting back up. But I ended up getting nowhere. And then I had aha moment on a day where I almost lost my dad. And I was like, you know what? You need to change your ways. Because if you don't change your ways, you're going to be right there where your dad is right now, 30 years from now. And ever since then, I've been on a quest. My life has completely changed. I started hanging out with a completely different set of people. Nobody who was in my life other than my family 10 years ago is currently in my life. You're going to have to burn ships. And you're going to have to surround yourself with people who will fight for you. Mm-hmm. Who will fight for what you truly deserve. But, you have to be courageous if you want to be successful.
In any realm.
In any realm.
Yeah.
You have to be courageous.
And if you want to make it to the top, eventually you're going to invest your time, your money, your energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We hope that you gained some value from today's episode?
I want to say, actually, I didn't plan on saying this, and I hope you're okay with it, but we will be doing a webinar. We will be doing a live class. The same one that we did several months ago. When was that? June? That was the end of June, right?
End of June.
We did it at the end of June. It was so successful, and we got so much good feedback that we're going to do it again because there are way too many new people in our community who have not yet seen it. So we're going to do the same webinar live. And if you want to join it again, even though you did last time, great. We don't have the details for when it is going to be, but you need to show up for that. You got to show up for that. So anyways, that's all I have.
That's all I have too.
Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you are looking for mugs are live. I had espresso with Erin and Sarit. Mugs are on sale in $19.99. ErinandSarit.com. Today's day what? 9 of the Emotion Challenge?
Day 9.
Today's day 9. I have a hard time counting. I only have one more finger left to count to 10. So
who's been consistent for 9 days? Drop. Let me see a hand or some kind of emoji.
Let me see a hand emoji. Yes.
That does it for today.
Thank you guys.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Tomorrow is our Wealth Wednesdays. We're gonna be talking about all things money because guess what? If you ain't got no money, you got many problems.
And now I'm gonna drink my coffee.
Yeah. So we're here to help you solve your life problems so that you can become bolder, better, and live a more authentic and confident life. We hope that you have a beautiful and courageous day. If you know that you need some help and if you know that you want some help, hell yeah to all the people who've been showing up for the in motion. That's awesome.
I see you, Tina, Carrie, Jennifer, Michelle, Stacy, Junilyn, Andy. Oh, that's where we started.
Man, Tina
Nice
Willie
work,
has made a
guys.
complete freaking 360 in the last couple of months.
We love you guys.
I don't even know who she is anymore. It's amazing.
All right. We will see you guys tomorrow, yeah? You good?
Yeah,
Good
we
on
good.
announcements?
All right, you
All
guys.
right.
Take
Have
care.
a great day. We love you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.